good week of practice. Had a really sharp Wednesday practice, really high energy, practiced really, really hard. I thought one of the better Wednesday practices that we've had. So, and I'm talking about, compared to past seasons and stuff. So it was really, really, really sharp. So kids are excited. Between now and Saturday, just got to kind of sharpen everything up, make sure we're assignment sound, continue to iron out a few wrinkles, make sure we're really, really dialed in on special teams, get our bodies ready to go, and get ready for kickoff at 12 o'clock on Saturday. Questions?
At this point, I mean, is there much more you have to say to the team, or is it more just, kind of a business approach at this
I
point?
ain't going to say anything to them. They're ready to go. So,
Did everyone make it through this week healthy?
yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's we got a few bumps and bruises, but nothing's going to keep anybody out on game day.
You have anything special planned Saturday as far as who's going to speak to the team maybe beforehand?
Nah, we do that on Friday night, especially with a 12 o'clock kickoff. I mean, pregame meals at 8 a.m., so it's going to be a pretty quick morning Saturday morning. So Mike Jenkins, who is our new character coach, joined us this summer. He'll speak to the team Friday night.
With this rivalry, do you show any past stuff, or do you just kind of let the guys do their own research on that, or is that something you bring up at all?
I think if they've been awake, our fan base is taken care of, showing plenty of the history. So, I mean, they understand the rivalry, and several of these guys have played in a couple of games against NC State, and they've shared some things with the team. So, they're aware. I mean, there's 80 miles between the two campuses, so
How do you keep that noise out of a lot of this time?
it's hard. I wish I could cut all their cell phones off. Don't let them talk to anybody, but you can't do that. So I talk to them. I mean, that's what those two things up there are for. I mean, rat poison. So we talk about that a lot because you got to filter out anything that comes from anybody outside this room. No offense, but it's a lot from you guys. So they just got to, be conscientious of, what they let get into their heads.
How do you feel like the scout team has done just showing looks this week?
Really good. I'll tell you, our young offensive linemen, that scout team offensive line is really good. Much better than what we've had in the past. And then, with all the depth we have on the defensive line, the scout team defensive line is really good, which that helps because, we're up against a pretty stout front with NC State. So, but they've worked hard.
Not only with their physical front, but also on offense. You've got to somehow replicate what Devin Leary can do.
Yeah.
How are you able to do that better?
Well, Stubby does his best now. Stubby's got a pretty good arm, and he runs around pretty good. So, I mean, you're not going to get the same look. I mean, with anything, that's hard to replicate. One of the top quarterbacks in the country. We do good on good. We had a good on good two good on good sessions yesterday, 2 today. So you have Holton in the first offense going against them, and vice versa. They get our defense against them, and we'll kind of trade off looks. We'll run some NC State looks on defense, and we'll run some plays that are similar on offense, and so that way you kind of help prepare each other. But that speed right there is probably the best we can do.
You talked about in the past transition maybe from the physical approach of these practices to the mental approach leading to the game. Like, how much do you think maybe having that veteran team helps in 16 days fine-tuning those details?
A ton. I mean, I think that's why you had the practice you had today. You had the practice you had today because of having a veteran squad that knew how important today was. We had a good Tuesday practice, and then like I said, I mean, I'm sure there's going to be stuff that we got to fix from this, but I mean, it was really sharp at times today. I mean, really, where you're like, yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like. So, I think you'll see a great polished practice tomorrow. The big concern tomorrow is those young scouts. Just understanding the tempo of a Thursday practice, and then I would imagine it'll be a very dialed-in group in here Friday afternoon for walkthrough.
As a coach in the final few days before this game, do you encourage them to let those emotions flow, or is it some of the veterans and saying, "Hey, I want you to wear your emotion on your sleeve, but also
Well,
make sure to keep them in check"?
it's like I said, it's the balance. It's, I want them to kind of decompress the next 48 hours because, it's an emotional game the way it's just played in general. We really push the envelope with, the intensity we play with. And then, it's the first game of the regular season. It's at home. It's against a rival. So there'll be a lot of emotion. So we just got to make sure we do a great job of just, keeping that in balance before kickoff. take a big deep breath before that thing kicks off on Saturday.
Regardless of the opponent, you said when you got here, when the stadium is full, help us. Any of opponent, and now the stadium might be full. How do you feel 4 years later?
Well, we got a bunch of purple and gold showing up on Saturday, so I hope they're as loud as they possibly can be when NC State has the ball. And we've tried to prepare our defense for that this week. Just you're not going to be able to hear each other. You're going to have to use hand signals. You're going to have to do a great job of dialing into the signals on the sideline. So, but I would be highly disappointed if our crowd is not a huge factor Saturday in the ball game. So.
Is that something that you'll take a moment before kickoff, even if it's just a few seconds to look up and look around and appreciate that?
Well, you're not going to be human if you wouldn't. I mean, it's all I heard when I got to town, was, what it used to be like, and we got to get it back. So Saturday's our first opportunity. So we want to try to make the most of it.
Have you tried to replicate an environment that's really loud, music or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, you can ask the guys that are at practice. It's pretty loud at times. So, yeah, I mean, we crank it up pretty good. Just, offensively it forces you to focus. Defensively it forces you to communicate. It's the best you can do. I mean, you're never going to get the exact, same environment. But, again, we're at home, so for our fans. When we're on offense, kind of tone it down a little bit, okay? And if we make a big play, then you can cheer, But when we're on defense, get it as loud as you can. All right. Thanks a lot. Go Pirates.